Hi everyone, my name is April Kors. It's nice to see you. This is my senior capstone project discussion entry. My title is Inclusion in the Classroom. There is power in making sure that people feel like part of a community. Knowing the names of people around you and making connections to everyone loops people into a family mentality. How can that be accomplished in a digital age when it seems like everyone is isolated by their personal electronics? How can we ever come together if we all spend our time on a device? It's almost as if we've created a society in which we are all alone together. So if togetherness is the key, then how can we make that happen in an analog fashion? The future of society hinges on creating environments of inclusion in elementary schools and beyond, where the foundations of learning begin. Caring environments of inclusion fosters healthy emotions and behaviors, creating successful people who contribute positively to society. Creating positive experiences for children is the first place to start. The power of bringing people into the group encourages potentially isolated individuals to invest in the culture of the community. The community provides a safe place that has the power to nurture feelings of self-worth and create opportunities of shared value and respect. It's in such an environment that students can escape isolation and remove barriers. In the scholarly article, Shifting Attention Back to Students Within the Sheltered Instruction Observation Protocol by Shannon Daniel and Luke Conlon, the Sheltered Isolation Observation Protocol, or SIOP, is increasingly being used as an instructional framework to help elementary and secondary teachers support English language learners. This useful tool has helped teachers gain the knowledge, skills, and dispositions they need to support ELLs, learn subject area content and skills while learning English. But the SIOP can still be improved to enhance teacher learning. Specifically, the authors of this study worry that the SIOP prompts the teachers to focus on themselves rather than attending and responding to students' thinking, actions, and sense-making in the classroom. They provide 3 suggestions that could complement the current SIOP model. 1. Additional features that help teachers attend and respond to students' contributions. 2. Supplementary reflective prompts to help teachers consider how their instructional choices impact students. And 3. Principles from successful professional development programs that support teachers' abilities to respond to students during moment-to-moment instructional interactions. One of my science teacher friends shared with my district that Sonia Taylor, author of Your Body is Not an Apology, wants us all to know that we can accept differences without understanding them. No one should be body shamed regardless of the dated clothing they may wear, the shade of their skin tone, the accent in their speaking, or the texture of their hair. In this speech, A Better Tomorrow, How Equity is Influencing Opportunities for All, David Salerno Owens explains that today's students will carry the negative feelings they experience in school into adulthood. These feelings of inadequacy can hang like a dark cloud over a person's life, negatively impacting their self-perception and ability to find happiness and acceptance within themselves. Suicide frequently results from a culmination of mental health challenges. It's important for all schools to develop and adopt best practices and continue to revisit what's working well and what's not working well, and then adjust those approaches. Education is a field that is constantly changing. Maintaining current knowledge and relevant practices is the key to a successful inclusion program. Owens continues by stating that depending on the circumstance, harsh punishment such as expulsion can make matters worse. Rather, it's important to educate students on the history behind racial slurs and why images of symbols are demeaning. When school personnel take the time and opportunity to explain and deconstruct challenging issues to learners, students can expand their understanding, be more well-informed citizens, and share their knowledge with others who may not otherwise know. Not only do harsh punishments like suspension or expulsion widen the chasm that is at the heart of conflict, such measures create results that maintain a pre-existing problematic continuum. In the article, True Inclusion Requires Viewpoint Diversity by Erin McLaughlin, she states, many initiatives meant to make us more inclusive are actually making us more shut down, leading to more exclusion. The methods by which redirections are accomplished are just as important as the messages that teachers and administrators should be imparting to students. She further impressed that it's useful to feel guilty when we understand that we violated a value that we believe in and should uphold, but it's useless and ineffective to shame a person even when they don't understand what they've done wrong. Again, educating learners on the history and meaning behind hurtful statements is vital to properly redirecting students. Turning the focus back to the classroom with this issue of inclusion, we place the spotlight onto the teacher. In the academic monograph White Teacher by Vivian Gussie Paley, we learn an important lesson. The reality is, the words that white people say can have a completely different, unintentional connotation to non-white students. It is vitally important to include all minorities in genuine ways in order for them to obtain the richest educational experience possible. Paley makes it abundantly clear that it is the responsibility of white teachers to impress inclusivity. The only way for teachers to do this is to continuously evaluate their personal language and communication styles. The best teachers stay informed with current studies and implement updated approaches to students in their care. Teachers therefore create environments of inclusion by fostering healthy emotions and behaviors, impacting society in the most positive and powerful ways.